Hello, hello. It's been a long time since we made a video. We were in Sapporo during the month of January, and a family member of ours got sick, so we had to cut our trip short, and we've been caring for them recently. And we haven't really had the time to make a video like this. We're just getting our life sorted again, and we're going to talk about the best restaurants that we went to in Sapporo, Japan. And not all of these are restaurants, by the way. Some of them are just like food that we tried that don't really fit into the restaurant category, but we figured we'd put them in the video because they were really good. So to start things off, we just landed in Sapporo and we had a little bit of time before going to our Airbnb. We just went to it was like a bakery with a long lineup, I guess.
키노토야라는 브랜드인데 이제 홋카이도에는 그 유제품이 되게 유명하거든.
이거 우리 식사잖아. 그래서 식사에 어울리게 에그 타르트랑 아이스크림 샀어.
잘했네. 맛있어?
진짜 진한데 뭔가 되게 부드러운 크리미 젤라또 같은데 그거보다 훨씬 부드럽고 진짜 고소해. 이게 진짜야, 동생아. 일본의 에그 타르트가 진짜 유명하거든. 이 타르트는 진짜 바삭한데 안에 크림치즈잖아. 진짜 크림치즈 많이 들어갔고 진짜 부드러워.
약간 그 맛이 정말 퀄리티가 높거든. 굉장히 신선하고 특히 치즈 타르트는 한두 개 그냥 먹을 수 있을 정도로 너무 맛이 깔끔하고 되게 좋았고, 아이스크림 같은 경우에는 뭔가 되게 리치한 맛이 나. 크리미 자체가 되게 막 깊은 맛인데 되게 헤비하지 않은 거야. 그래서 되게 맛있더라.
You literally just get out of the arrival gates and you walk straight down this big hallway and you end up at like a little mall and it's right there. You can try it out before you get on the train to the city and it's really worth it for sure. So before we get into the restaurants, we just want to talk about the supermarkets and convenience stores. We were kind of traveling on a budget, not for the whole time, but we were trying to keep money kind of a little bit tight during our trip. And we noticed that supermarkets especially, there's tons of different selection and it's really, really fresh. There's like different sandwiches, different rice bowls, there's sushi, sashimi, that kind of sushi.
Little gourmet grocery store session.
진짜 고음이다.
Got tuna sashimi, tempura, salad.
뭔가 진짜 태평양에 있는 참치가 떠올랐어, 머릿속에.
If you're traveling on a budget, we just wanted to include this in there because we had such a good time eating at the grocery stores and convenience stores that it's definitely worth recommending.
종류가 다양하니까 고르는 그런 재미도 있고, 그리고 한 4-5천 원대만 내도 퀄리티가 되게 좋고, 근데 특히 편의점보다 마트의 도시락을 꼭 먹어보기를 추천하는 거지.
Alright, so we're gonna start out our first restaurant in Sapporo. That's a total banger. It's called the Sapporo Beer Garden.
나 이제 오늘 제대로 굽는다. 왜냐면 저번에 너무 정신이 없었거든?
맞아.
이번에는 자신 있지.
So we got our meat right here. And this one too. We got veggies.
이거 해야 돼.
And put the fat in the middle, eh?
예.
I wanted the all-you-can-drink beer, and Yujin wanted just juice. We were able to order just one person getting beer and one person getting juice, which is a lot cheaper.
I got a yebisu.
맛있는데?
약간 카밥 느낌 아니야?
근데 내가 허브 솔트에 찍어 먹어서 향이 너무 좋아.
So, what do you think of the Sapporo, what's it called? Beer garden? There's a lot of beer selection. You get like 5 beers to choose from. They're all amazing.
그리고 램이 얇은 상태에다가 기름기가 진짜 적거든? 그러니까 먹어도 되게 담백하고 속이 더부룩한 그런 느낌이 안 들더라고. 그래서 나는 되게 좋았어.
지리온 over there.
사진을 열심히 찍어야 되니까 이렇게 뒤로 갈 수가 없어서.
Mannequin처럼 보이네. Oh, the next place we want to recommend is a tonkatsu place. And tonkatsu is just like pork cutlet, fried pork cutlet. And it's served with like miso soup and rice and stuff like that. We found there's kind of a chain one that's in like the shopping mall, and it's in the little like underground street near Susukino station too. It's nothing like super special or fancy, but it's not too expensive. It's kind of a good budget option for travelers that just want to like try out Japanese tonkatsu and don't want to spend too much money.
그리고 여기 밥이랑 양배추랑 고기 무한리필인데 옆에서 방금 밥을 리필했어. 그냥 레몬만 뿌렸잖아. 걔 좀 맛있어.
진짜 이게 10,000원대 치고 퀄리티가 정말 높았어. 뭔가 되게 신선하게 튀겨졌다는 느낌이 많았고 고기의 종류도 진짜 다양해. 한 끼가 진짜 딱 완벽한 식사다. 근데 가격도 그렇게 높지 않고 가성비가 있다.
Okay, the next place we recommend is a really famous spot, and it's called Sapporo Ramen Haruka. And if you don't know, Sapporo has a really famous ramen alley in Susukino. It's basically this tight little alley with a bunch of different ramen restaurants. And I think this is the most famous because it always has the biggest lineup. We were there around the Sapporo Winter Snow Festival, and during that time it was really busy. But we went on a random weekday before the snow festival, and we actually got in with only waited like 5 minutes or something. So I ordered the cheese ramen, and it was really savory. The noodles were the best noodles I've ever had for sure. Just the quality was so high, to be honest.
진짜로 그 오픈형 키친이라고 하거든? 그런 바에 테이블로 이렇게 둘러서 앉아서 요리하시는 분 보면서 먹으니까 더 기다릴 때도 되게 재밌고 먹을 때도 이렇게 약간 물어봐 주시고 그러니까 되게 좋더라고. 나는 이제 스파이시 라멘을 먹었는데 그렇게 맵지 않았어. 내가 맵찔인데도 그게 맵지 않고 딱 적당하게 칼칼하고 느끼한 맛이 전혀 없었어. 그래서 아주 맛있었어. 가장 삿포로에서 제일 맛있었어.
Okay, so the next food item is actually a local specialty, and it's called soup curry. And it's basically like a lighter version of Japanese curry, kind of more like a broth, that's filled with vegetables and meat. The vibe in there was really cool. So if you just want to like check it out one time or something, we definitely recommend going to this place. To be honest, soup curry wasn't the best food we tried in Sapporo, but a lot of people do like it. It's not like it was bad or anything either. It was actually pretty good. It's just not one of the things that like really stuck out for us in Sapporo.
이게 건강한 맛이야. 그래서 뭔가 속이 좀 편하지 않거나 아니면 날씨가 추울 때 그럴 때 먹기 굉장히 좋다.
The next place we went to is called Katsuissen Sushi. I probably didn't pronounce that right, but it's basically conveyor belt sushi. In my lifetime, of all of the conveyor belt sushi I've ever had before, that is number 1. There were wait times of like up to, I think it was up to 2 hours one day. So it does get pretty popular. It's in the Norbisa shopping arcade, which has like a Ferris wheel on the top and like a bowling alley and all these other things inside.
그래서 우리도 기다리다가 관람차 타고 이제 내려왔는데 그러니까 훨씬 재밌더라고. 그러니까 일찍 와서 대기 걸어놓고 그 노르베사 그 건물 안에서 좀 놀다가 와서 밥 먹고 가면 기다릴 만한 맛이었어.
The actual like experience itself, the sushi restaurant, is really like nice. It's basically a kitchen that's surrounded by a big counter and tables, and you're watching all the sushi chefs in the middle prepare all the sushi. Everything was really high quality.
장난 아니야? 진짜 이거는 향이 너무 맛있는 거 있지. 그 훈연 스모크드 그 셀몬인데 진짜 부드러운 스모크드 냄새인데 거기에 레몬이 막.
My favorite part of the experience was actually the sake there. Arigatou gozaimasu.
That's really good.
We didn't go to any other sushi places because it was exactly what we wanted. It's kind of like the perfect sushi place for us. So yeah, that we went there twice or 3 times or something,
three
right?
times 갔고 가성비가 진짜 좋았어.
Okay, the next one is a really popular chain all around Japan, and it's called Ichiran. It's basically a ramen place where you order your ramen from a little machine, which is pretty common at most ramen places too. But at this place, you can really customize it kind of exactly how you want it. You get a little piece of paper and you kind of circle like how chewy you want your noodles to be, how rich you want your broth to be. You get all these kind of options to choose exactly what you want. And then you wait to be seated. And once you go into the restaurant, it's basically all these individual booths where you can easily eat there alone, right? You're almost in your own little world. And there's a little shutter door where the cooks can open the shutter and give you things like directly to you. It's totally worth it just for that experience itself. And luckily the ramen is actually really, really good too.
대기업의 맛이.
약간 체인점의 좋은 점은 약간 전통이 있고 막 오래된 곳들은 그 딱 고집이 있잖아. 그래서 뭔가 메뉴를 내가 좀 변경하기가 좀 어려울 때가 있거든. 근데 이런 체인점의 좋은 점은 가장 보편적이고 맛있는 맛에서 내가 좋아하는 쪽으로 방향을 항상 바꿀 수 있는 거야. 그리고 뭔가 먹는 게 조금 까다로워. 근데 이제 요구하기가 되게 어려울 때 있잖아. 근데 거기에도 그 세세하게 진짜 그 옵션이 다 있거든. 뭐 국물이 너무 차가워요. 뭐 이런 거 체크해서 요구할 수 있는 그런 종이 같은 게 있더라고. 그런 것도 되게 잘 돼 있어서 아, 이런 게 대기업의 맛이구나.
We only got to try one tempura place. It just looked like it was really popular amongst like office workers and stuff. And the experience is really cool, like just sitting around the counter watching them kind of prepare the tempura in front of you, and kind of similar to the sushi restaurant where you're all surrounding the chefs.
약간 신선하고 그렇게 먹을 수 있긴 한데 밥이랑 튀김이랑 이렇게 같이 먹는 조합이 뭔가 조금은 나한테 익숙하지 않았던 것 같아. 차라리 튀김만 정말 맛있는 튀김만 딱 먹는 그런 느낌을 더 좋아하기 때문인 것 같기도 하거든. 근데 그래도 전반적으로 그냥 괜찮았다.
Okay, this next place is a home cooking restaurant, and it's in the Hiragishi area. This place is like the most local place I think we tried. There's 2 chefs. I think it's a husband and wife. There was a lot of like regular customers, I think, that always go there. And everything is completely in Japanese. We took our phones and just kind of used Google Translate to translate the menu on the wall. And it was a little intimidating to start. But then suddenly the chefs just started speaking to us in English. And they were so friendly. This is like the friendliest restaurant that maybe I've ever been to before.
한 달살이처럼 좀 길게 갔을 때 로컬 음식점을 가는 게 되게 큰 장점이잖아. 근데 이곳이 되게 로컬 음식점 갈 때 좀 큰 곳은 좀 마음에 부담이 덜한데 작은 곳 들어갈 때 되게 약간 부담이 있잖아, 사실. 근데 여기는 이제 그걸 이겨내고 들어갔는데 다행히 되게 환영을 해주신 느낌을 받은 거야. 여기 때문이라도 진짜 삿포로에 다시 가고 싶다 생각할 정도로 되게 얘기하고 이런 분위기가 너무 좋았던 거야.
It's just kind of one of those places if you want to have like a good local experience, and especially if you can't speak Japanese, it's not that easy for people to have this kind of an experience. Here they speak enough English to just kind of have a nice warm conversation. I had a pork bowl. It's basically this like stir-fried pork over rice, and it was really good. Like it kind of just tastes like Japanese home cooking.
음식 자체가 되게 푸짐해. 특히 추천하는 게 생선 가스. 그러니까 이게 나는 생선 가스가 이렇게 맛있을 수 있구나를 처음 한 거야 거기서. 진짜 신선하고 육고기보다 맛있을 수 있다 생선이. 그거를 조금 느꼈던 것 같아. 그래서 진짜 좋았어.
Okay, the next place we called is called Sapporo Gyouzayasan. And it's basically a gyoza restaurant, which is like dumplings, fried dumplings. This one was just kind of in a little back alley that's pretty close to Susukino. You have to walk about like 5 to 10 minutes out of your way a little bit. When you enter the restaurant, it's like this nice, cozy, like long bar. Yeah, there's just one chef. Yeah, that does everything there. And he's just a total gentleman, like just such a nice guy.
이 요리해 주시는 분이 약간 호텔 주방장 느낌이거든? 되게 세심하고 그 서비스가 되게 고퀄이고 되게 신경을 많이 써주셔. 음식이 늦게 나왔는데 그래서 우리가 공짜로 사케도 받았잖아, 맛보라고. 그렇게 뭔가 하나하나 테이블을 진짜 세심하게 신경을 많이 쓰시더라고. 그래서 서비스의 개념이 진짜 다르다를 느꼈고 그 에피타이저로 나오는 음식 자체도 진짜 정갈하고 너무 맛있는 거야.
Here the gyoza was really, really good. I think maybe the best gyoza I've ever had before. It's so fresh, if you know what I mean.
육즙이 진짜 팡팡 터지고 바삭하고 진짜 완벽한 교자야. 진짜 강추하는 거.
The next place that we tried is a pretty famous chain. It's all over Sapporo, and it's called Kushidori. So it's a yakitori place, which are basically skewers. It's anything from like meat skewers or vegetable skewers. They're mixed together. This franchise is literally everywhere. It's like in the middle of the small, like quiet neighborhoods too. There's one that's like right next to Sapporo Station. It's all over the place, and we really wanted to give it a try since it's kind of like a local famous chain. We've had yakitori in other places in Japan before that absolutely blew us away. So maybe our expectations might have been a little bit too high. It wasn't the highest quality, to be honest, but the thing that's really good about it is it was nice and cheap. And there's a bunch of different like drinks to try too.
여기는 그냥 안주가 저렴한 술 마시는 곳. 그래서 다른 테이블도 현지인 분들이 많으셨는데 대부분이 막 음식을 많이 시키지 않으셨어. 그냥 술을 마시는 곳이었어. 그래서 약간 저렴한 거 한두 개 시키고 그냥 계속 마시는 그런 장소로 생각하면 될 것 같아.
맛있어? So this last one is just a bonus one because we didn't film, but we really want to recommend it. It's a chain of bars called Kushikatsu that specializes in deep fried food. It's really cool, so when you order your drinks, there's a little game. And so let's say if you're getting a highball or something, they'll give you 2 dice, and depending on the roll, you'll either get it for free or it'll double in size and you have to pay double. It's kind of like a fun little gamble, like party game that you can do every time you order, and we had amazing luck the whole time. I think we either got it for like half price or for free almost every time until the very end where I had to pay double and I got the double-sized highball. It's kind of like the yakitori place where it's cheap and it's a really casual atmosphere, so if you just want to go somewhere with some friends and have a good time, definitely recommend it.
약간 한국의 와라와라 알아? 그러니까 약간 조금 안주를 여러 개 시켜서 먹기 굉장히 좋은 곳이고 자체가 되게 젊은 분위기가 많이 나거든? 그래서 분위기도 되게 젊고 그 게임하니까 뭔가 업되고 근데 음식도 상당히 맛있었어. 다른 그 야키도리 바보다 훨씬 맛있었어. 근데 그냥 딥프라이드 그거보다는 다른 음식을 추천하고 그 중에서도 가라아게를 강추하는 거야.
Those are most of the places that we went to in Sapporo that we recommend for people to go to. Sapporo is an amazing city to travel to, and the food there is really, really delicious. We just want to say thanks everyone for all the nice comments that you've been leaving for the past month or so. We haven't had time to like make videos or reply that much, but every time you sent a comment or something, it made us feel really good, and it actually gave us the motivation to set up the camera like this right now. So hope everyone's doing really healthy and happy. And yeah, do you want to...
Stay tuned for other episodes.
Stay tuned. Oh, I just want to show this too, just as a side. Our house is like so
맞아.
tiny that
나도 이거 찍으려 그랬어.
We have the camera. I'll turn the light on. The camera is just like in the bathroom right now. And that's the light that's lighting us with the umbrella. Yeah, that is our studio setup. So thanks for watching and stay tuned.